with you all that we might want to share. So, you're here for resumes. How many of you have already written a resume? Okay, and did you find anything difficult about writing a resume?
Compacting it all into one page.
Okay, okay, so somebody who's done a lot of things, putting it in one page. Anybody else? Okay, so a lot of times people will have difficulties with different parts of it. The main things I want to tell you about the resume is when you're writing it, always think about what it is that your reader needs to be reading. It's not what you are trying to get out of getting the job, but it's what you're going to be giving the employer when they hire you. So it's just like watching an advertisement. This is your ad. It's like watching an advertisement or reading an advertisement in a magazine. They're trying to get you to buy. So they're telling you how great the product is, but they're telling you why it's going to benefit you in some way, what it's going to change in your life. So that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to tell the employer how hiring you is going to benefit them. The other thing is employers are getting a whole lot of resumes when they're posting a job. So you want to make your resume as effective as possible. One of the ways to do that is to make sure the formatting is very clean and very consistent. So you want to make sure all section headings are, use the same font to write the section heading name. Be sure that the important information, we are left to right readers and top down readers. That means that your important information should be on the left, like where you work, where you go to school, what your job titles have been, what your degree title is. The less important information can go on the right, like what date you held that job, or what day you're going to graduate, where the city and state where the company is, or the school. So that part can go on the right. Now the top down part, that is really important because you need to catch, again, they're getting a lot of resumes, so you need to catch their attention in the first third of the page. If we're going to keep it to one page, and we're going to really try, keep it to one page. Unless you've just done, a lot of writing while you've been on campus and you've been able to publish at a conference or something like that, or you've attended conferences, or you've been in a lot of organizations, you should try to keep it to one page. So you want to make sure that what it is they need to read, they're reading in the top third of that page. That could be your degree. That could be certain skills that they are looking for. And how do you know what they're looking for? You go back to that job description. Job descriptions are your guide to what should be on the resume. It should be a mirror. Your resume should be a mirror of the job description. Yeah, that's fine. You can sit right there. And I'll get you the other piece of paper in a few minutes. Right now, you can just use that one. So the mirror. And a lot of times people say, well, I don't really know still what they're looking for. So if you have a job description, say, for a marketing person, pull up job descriptions, 2 or 3 job descriptions from wherever you're looking, from our site, CareerLink, from Indeed.com, LinkedIn, wherever you're looking, pull up 2 or 3 jobs with that same job title, lay them out, start highlighting what you can see is important in there to the employer. What words, and then look at the 3 or 4 job descriptions you have. What is common in all of the job descriptions? Those are your keywords. Those are the words that you should be using in your resume. Use them as your verbs when you're starting to tell about what it is you've done in your positions or what you've done in an organization, a student organization or something else. Write down, use those same verbs. Did you manage? Did you supervise? Did you organize? Did you collaborate? Those are the things they're looking for. And that's the information. You'll use some of that in your job descriptions. And you're talking about the jobs you've had, but you'll use the other part right up at the top in a skills summary or qualifications summary, something where you're going to immediately catch their attention. Try not to be really generic with those things. Don't put organized, functional, dependable, those kind of things. If you're going to put those words, then put something behind them that verifies it. Organized. Manage databases for this or that organization, dependable, perfect attendance, whatever, but you get the idea. Try to verify the information that you're putting there so people will know that, yes, this person really is that word they're putting down there. Okay. What did you do in your job that you organized things? Maybe you took inventory of stock. Maybe you were the person who had to put all the stock out on the shelves, showing that you were organized. Maybe it's detail-oriented. Maybe you kept databases for somebody or something like that. So when you're writing your few bullet points about your jobs you've had or the job you currently have, be sure to go back and make sure that you're talking to your reader. What are you telling the reader that they need to know? Each one of those bullet points should begin with an action verb. And if it's a current job, the action verb should be in the present tense. And if it's a past job, it should be in the past tense. Be real careful with that because some people are just very detail-oriented about those little things. And, if you all are in business, a lot of you are in business. Business is a very detail-oriented industry, and they expect for their people they're hiring, they look for those little things on a resume because that speaks to them about how organized you are about other things, how organized you are on your resume. So that's the kind of information they're looking for. So then you work, like I said, you work back to make sure that you have all of that information, all the jobs that you want. Now, the tough part comes in deciding which jobs you're going to put if you've been a person who's had a lot of jobs. If a lot of jobs are the same, you might clump them together. Like if you worked in 2 or 3 restaurants or you worked in 2 or 3 retail situations, you might just clump them together and put the information there. You'll know when you start writing it, and if you don't know, come and see us. We'll help you figure out how much of that information you're going to include. Because, again, what's important for the employer to know that's reading this? That's what you want to put on there. Now, the other things, computer skills, all employers want to know how good your technical or computer skills are. So definitely put a section for that. That's really important to them. That last one on that, campus or volunteer, clubs and organization, that kind of experience. This is really important to an employer. They want to know that you are doing something that relates back to what you're interested in and what you want to do for the rest of your life, that you're doing it outside of the classroom somewhere. Like when I talk to education employers, they're saying, are they doing the YMCA, Girls and Boys Club, something like that. When I talk to computer people, they're saying, so are they doing any programs? Are they, creating games? What are they doing? So the same thing with you all. If you're accounting, then what are you doing? Are you doing that volunteer program every year where you're helping people who can't afford to have their taxes done? Are you going to that and working with them? Are you doing, are you the treasurer for any club or organization that you're with? Are you keeping, what are you keeping books for? What do you do? How are you using those skills? If you're marketing, are you helping people figure out who their audience should be and how they should market to them and how their competitors have marketed? What is the product you're selling and how are you selling it? So where can you show that? Clubs and organizations can do that.